What's going on, everyone? Burbank Aviation and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be returning to a series that I have not done in quite some time. It's probably been about 7 months since I've last returned to the series, but I am glad to finally be able to do this once again. We're going to be doing a model release reactions. This will be for NG Models December 2023 releases. Now, I did see an email about this. I briefly scanned over, but I didn't really have time to check everything out in detail. So I know a little bit about what to expect coming into this release, but I'm not entirely sure. So we'll just see how it goes. There is lots of future releases that we will go over at the end of this. Um, just to hit those while they are still here. Some of those future releases were there now in the NG December releases, but some of them are still down there in the future releases, so we'll go over those. But we're going to start here first with the NG December 2023 releases. So we're going to start here with the Avianca A320. This is November 281 Alpha Victor. Now, this is a Avianca aircraft that I've been wanting for quite some time. I got the Taka retro livery by NG Models about 5 months ago. I'm hoping to either pick up this one or if they make one with the Sharklets to pick that up, as I would love to have just a standard Avianca A320. The thing I'm really looking for is a Viva Aerobus A320 with the Sharklet or an Aeromexico 77-800 with the split scimitars. Those are the two things I'm mainly looking for Mexican carriers right now. But outside of that, I'm doing just fine. I don't really need too much just yet. The Avianca A320-200 with this is with the Sharklets in the Gracias. Um, Titles here. So this is another nice one. I really would wish they made this model just in the standard Avianca livery, as I would definitely pick that up. Trying to expand more on my international narrow body fleet. It's something I've been trying to work on recently. Picked up the Avianca A320 Taka Heritage livery, like I mentioned, and then the WestJet 737-700 after. So really trying to work on that domestic, or not domestic, international narrow body fleet right there. We have the scrolling down. We have the Air Transat A321-200 in the Kids Club colors. Um, so this is just going to be really an aircraft I don't need, based out in Canada, but the U.S. doesn't really get too many flights. I don't think I'll need one. I may need one eventually down the road for the big airport I'm planning on doing, which I will not reveal. Which, speaking of, we have a lot of news going into 2024 about new airports. One of the airports that I'm currently doing will no longer be doing at the end of outside of the December. It'll be the final one, which really sucks. I'm just not really a big fan of the airport. So we will see how that goes. You'll see all that as we get into the final week of December. You'll see all the information about that there. Next, we have the Balkan Holidays Tu-154M. So just the Russian aircraft, kind of more of a for fun release, not a very highly demanded one as far as I know it could be. But as far as I know, it's not really. I won't be picking this one up. Really, just no need to get it. But it's an interesting choice of colors, I will say. The black and then the blue on top with the yellow, orange, red on the bottom. So interesting color choice right there. Next, we have the Frontier A318. Now I first saw this on the um, future releases, and I honestly, at first, I thought it was the A319 when I looked at it, but then I looked at the aircraft type and it was an A318, so I was a little bit shocked. This is Charlie the Cougar tail right there. So the Frontier A318 obviously is not flying anymore, along with the A319. Only the A320s, A320neos, A321, A321neos. So it sucks to see that not only the A318 but the A319. A318 was never really common, especially out in the U.S. Really just not a common aircraft anywhere. But one of the more interesting releases, but still a nice model right there. So far, pretty good variety. I mean, it's been um quite a few North America stuff, but we do have something from Asia, so that's pretty good so far. We have the HK Express A320 in the first A320 painted in their new standard livery. So this is honestly, I'm a fan of this livery. I think it looks really nice outside of the light blue turquoise fence tips. I'm a fan of this livery. I think it looks really nice. No clue where this airline is based. I'm thinking somewhere either in Europe or North Africa is what I want to say. Maybe the Middle East is where I want to say this airline's based. I have no clue though. Honestly, it actually might be Hong Kong is where this is because HK Express. I feel like Hong Kong would be where that is, but it's just no clue where that's based at. But still, it's a nice livery. I'm a fan of that livery. We have the A321 Neo as well in their new standard livery. Like I said, a nice livery. This is Bravo Kilo Kilo Bravo. So one of the shorter registrations here, but still a nice livery right there. We have the A321 Neo as well, just a different one, Bravo Kilo Kilo Alpha. So this one seems to be the same. If I'm yeah, same aircraft, just a different registration to kind of give some variety. So it must be a high demand model. That's three aircraft in a row now in that livery. So it must be a high demand model right there. The CC330 Husky for government of Canada. So they're A330 modified A330-200. Um, would be a good thing to have if you do live up there in Canada. Would be a nice aircraft to pick up as it is the government plane for Canada. Very nice. I think it's a cool paint job. I've never seen the paint job of this aircraft, but I think it looks fairly nice for a government aircraft, as they normally don't do much with those. The Air China A330-200 in the Forbidden Pavilion colors. Um, so this one is definitely very colorful. This one kind of popped out when I was scrolling through the list of aircraft. This one kind of stood out just at the paint job. I think it's a very unique paint job. Here for Air China, as normally their livery is pretty boring. So I think this one adds a lot of pop, a lot of color, and honestly, I'm a big fan of this livery. I think it looks really, really cool. Something so far, not really anything I'll pick up unless it's the Avion KT20 with the fence tips. We have the Air China A330-200. This is in the Capital Pavilion colors. So pretty much the same thing, just that red is replaced with the blue. As you can see the difference right there. This red stripe and red flower is just replaced with a blue flower, blue stripe. I still think it looks really, really nice right there. We have the another Canadian C330 Husky. This is the low vis configuration. So the more standard type of military aircraft you'll see here for the bigger aircraft. You know, see converted 767s, converted A330s. This is what you normally see, this dark kind of gray on the aircraft. That's what you see most commonly. But a very nice add-on right there. So a lot of stuff from Canada is what I've been seeing so far, and a airline I haven't really seen in a while, Kuwait Airlines, with their A330-200. These are in the old colors. So I do remember them announcing they were gonna make a new livery. I forget how long ago that was. But this is the old colors. Honestly, it gives me retro vibes with the stripe going down the fuselage. Gives me lots of retro vibes. So I think it's a really cool livery. Honestly, I'm a big fan of this. Not a big fan of a bunch of the retro liveries, but I think I do like that one. It reminds me of a retro livery, and I think it's really cool. We have the Kuwait A330-200 in the old colors as well, just a different aircraft. A 9 kilo Alpha Papa Delta, the other one was 9 kilo Alpha Papa Charlie. So once again, a very nice, reminds me of the retro colors. So nice, so far, a very good release set. Avianca Cargo A330-200 in the special green colors. I've seen this in a video. It was down in, I think it's Miami. So anywhere, if anyone's doing Miami, that'd be a good pickup. I know Avianca Cargo flies there a lot. So that's a very nice addition right there. Something from South America now making its way in. Um, Actually, Avianca, I think that's Latin America, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that's Latin America so far. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Latin America. If I'm wrong, just let me know. China Southern A330-200 with the Rolls-Royce engines. So these are the big old A330 engines. China Southern, not really a fan of their livery. It's nothing special. It's just the stripe down the middle with the paint job on the tail. Nothing really special. Nothing's really caught my eye so far in terms of stuff I want to buy. We'll see if that changes. This is the China Southern A3200 with the Pratt and Whitney engines. So you can definitely tell the difference. This one's kind of more stubbed and short roll. This one's a lot longer. Um, so nothing's really caught my attention so far. I mean, all of it's just been pretty standard releases. Nothing's been really stand out to me. Something I really need to get, which has been kind of common. NG models have been making a lot of stuff. The Delta A319 will be a pickup here soon. The Delta A320 as well. So we have the next. We have the Sichuan. Oh God, how do I say that? Sichuan. I'm gonna want to say. Yeah, I know I'm saying that wrong, but I just have no clue to say it. Airlines A350-900 in the Panda Routes livery. So this one, I'm pretty sure I've seen a photo of this livery before. It is a very, very colorful livery. They've done a very, very nice job with it, and I think it's definitely a nice livery. Uh, a definitely more it gives a pop to the aircraft, which I do like for a lot of these liveries. This is the PLA Air Force 77-700, which I'm not entirely sure who the PLA Air Force is run by. From the flag, I want to say it's China, but I'm most likely wrong. Um, but that's it's the what I do notice is it's the standard 70, the old 737-700 with the just no winglets at all, just the flat wings, which you don't see many. We do get a couple of the Alaska 737-900s with the flat wings out here, but they are fairly rare. You have another one. This is Bravo 4026. Other one is Bravo 4025. So pretty much the same thing. Just another military aircraft here. A lot of military aircraft. This is, I think, the fourth one I want to say so far. So we've seen a lot of military aircraft so far. Now the fifth one, the United States Marine Corps C-40A Clipper. The first one for the United States Marine Corps. It's the low vis livery. So like I mentioned earlier with the Air Canada A330, this is the dark gray that you'll normally see on these converted airliners into military aircraft. You'll normally see this dark gray color throughout the aircraft, like you do see here. So that's a nice pickup. Could be good for anyone that's doing military bases. The Korean Air 77-800 Hotel Lima 8240. This is the winglets version of the 77-800. Probably my second favorite version of the 77-800 outside of the split scimitars one. Um, I think this is a nice model here. Looks good. Korean Air's livery, it's simple, but I do like it. I think that it's still gives it enough color throughout the aircraft to make it look different, not just pretty much a white throughout the entire way. I think the only aircraft that's pretty much white throughout the entire fuselage that's livery I like is Japan Airlines. It's simple. I think it looks really nice. The red on white, I think it's just a good job. It looks really nice, and I like the livery a lot. The Swoop 77-800 in the hashtag Hamilton colors. This is the split scimitar winglets version. This Swoop is a growing Canadian airline, another low-cost carrier outside of Flair. I'm pretty sure WestJet is low cost. I'm not entirely sure though. Flair's like low cost though. Pretty much the Canadian spirit. So Swoop definitely it's definitely been a growing airline. Hopefully we'll see it down here in the Southern California region, LA. I would love to see it at Burbank, my hometown airport. Love to see it there. Even like Palm Springs, Ontario, San Diego. Would just love to see it down there. So hopefully one day it'll make its way down here. The Swoop 77-800 with the hashtag OCanada, split scimitars, winglets. So pretty much the same thing here, just a different hashtag, which I'm not entirely sure where that's located. Maybe on the other side of the aircraft, not entirely sure. It's still a nice, so far a pretty good release set. Nothing, like I said, has caught my eye. So far, another Swoop 77-800 with split skimmers. There's some hashtag Bruce. So pretty much same thing. Once again, there's a hashtag somewhere in here. I'm not entirely sure where it is at. It would be nice to see if they actually highlighted to see what I'm looking at, what the difference is for all these aircraft. Because from what I can see outside of the registration, they all look the same. the Xamarin Air 77-800 in the Sky Team colors. And nice to see another special livery get in here. We haven't really had many of the just standard special liveries so far. This is the first like Sky Team, Star Alliance, One World, all that. That's the first of these special liveries we've seen in this release set. So very nice to see. Once again, some more variety airline wise. Always love to see when you get a big variety here for the airlines. It's been very nice so far. We have Nok Air 77-800. This is the Nakra Ruang livery, I think. So this one's pretty much just reminds me of a bird. Honestly, I think it's a funnier, it's kind of more of a meme paint style with the beak. I think it's a funny livery. It looks really nice. Um, it's a nice looking aircraft, and once again, NG models. A very good job with the variety. Very good job with their release sets too. Not only size, but they are getting a lot better on the amount of aircraft actually delayed when these release sets coming out. There's only two minor complaints I have. One is that throughout the past 2 months recently, just aircraft really haven't seemed to be getting into some of the stores I buy from, and then the fact that the reward plan has not really gone anywhere over the past about year and a half or so. So I'm really hoping to see that coming eventually. The Nock Air 77-800 with the Nock cartoon paint scheme. So this one, it seems similar. Not until let's see if there's a difference. Not really seeing much of a difference. It's probably something smaller, minor. I'm just not really noticing. But still, I think it's a cool paint job there on that aircraft. The Delta 77-800, and finally something a bit interesting. It's the first one retrofitted with these split skin guitars, which Delta is finally doing. Um, I don't know if I'm going to pick this up at the moment. If it was the winglets version, I most likely would pick it up. But I'm not gonna pick that up. I think it's still a nice livery, or nice, not nice livery. I mean, it's a fairly nice livery, but I think it's still a nice addition. We're finally getting to more of the U.S. carriers. We've only had the Frontier the 18, which is no longer in service, and then the U.S. Marines C-40 Clipper. So finally starting to get some stuff here for the U.S., and I think it's a very nice add-on right there. And the Southwest 77 Max 7, not something I was expecting to see on here, but definitely an interesting one. Not going to pick this up as it's still, the Max 7 isn't even been certified yet. Who knows how long it'll take. Could take another year, another 5 years. I don't know. I'm just not going to pick it up until that Max 7 is actually certified. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm saving up for a bigger Southwest order that will come here in the immediate future in the next 2 or 3 months or so. Um, which will be by NG models. But nice to see finally the US starting to get some variety here. We'll see if that can continue. And the Lynx 737 MAX 8, something I might actually pick up. So this is something that does fly to the um, big airport I want to do. It's not that big, but it's a pretty big international airport. So I might want to do that. I don't know if I'll pick it up immediately, but it is something to keep on my watch list. I think that's an awesome release though there by NG Models. And we have another one. This is with the paw prints. This one was another one that caught my eye. So we get both sides here. So we get the normal side that we also normally get, and we have the other side which we can see the paw prints going up the fuselage, which I just think is a really cool addition there by Lynx. The Atlas Air 747-8F. This is the last one with the Apex Logistics titles on the port side. Um, I think this is a really nice add-on here. This was definitely a sad moment to see the last 747 come out of the maintenance facility. Honestly, it might just pick this one up for the fun of it. Wouldn't really use it for any of the airports I'm doing, but it would just be a fun aircraft to have. Not only as a kind of tribute, but just it's a 747. It's hard to resist. I only have two. One of them's cargo. The other one is just not in service, and I never get to use it. So the Lufthansa 747-AI. This is in the retro colors. I was lucky enough to see this about 5 months ago, back in July. Posted this on my YouTube channel in the LAX plane spotting about a week ago. I think this is an awesome livery, not only being able to see it in person, but finally being able to see it here on the NG Models website. I'm probably going to pick this model up. I just think it's an awesome aircraft. Delta Alpha Bravo Yankee Tango. I think this is an awesome aircraft and a lovely, lovely addition to this release set right here. The on the pawn trips that are standing here in the EVJet colors. This is one of their newer liveries as far as I'm concerned. I'm pretty sure it's only been out for about a month or so. Onapon's been making quite a few special liveries here related to Pokemon as of recently. I think they made a Pikachu jet on the 777 GR recently, so now we have the EV jet, which I think is pretty cool. So we have a Bojada, I want to say, almost. I have no clue. TU-214SR with the special radar equipment, which I'm assuming is this big old radar box right here. So pretty much just a mimicked A321. Right there is what that is. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Probably something to do with the Russian military. Not going to pick this one up. If anything, the most likely thing I'll pick up is the Lynx 737 MAX 8 or the Lufthansa 747-8 on the retro livery. Both those are really, I think, awesome aircraft. The Tu-214 VPU. With the big old Raider box, another Russian military aircraft. A lot of military aircraft, big military release set here for December. Um, so I do appreciate that. I think it's nice. We have the Saudi L1011-200. This is the 80s revised livery with the gray painted belly. So another nice retro aircraft making its way into the race. Now this is what I'm talking about. Retro stripes going down the fuselage. Old aircraft. Got the TriStar triple engines. You don't see these things anymore really. MD-10, DC-10, those have all been retired. MD-11, really the only thing around, but no commercial airlines really operate. It's just FedEx, UPS, and then Western Global. I think the only things out here for sure in the U.S. that for sure operated. I'm not sure about the rest of the world. Somewhere out there is probably still operated, but I think it's a very nice aircraft. The retro livery, I think that's always cool. So that's about it for the December releases. We're just going to quickly go over what's left in the future releases. The Air India A350-900 in the new standard livery. The Azul A350-900 with the most on-time performance of 2022 sticker. The Southwest 737-700 Heart livery with this one with the split scimitar winglets. This one with the just standard winglets. Those are what caught my eye. Those are what I'm most likely going to be spending a bunch of money on. This is the 77-700 with the mismatch winglet on the starboard side, which I honestly think it's cool. It's sad that we didn't really get to see the mismatch winglet. I would like to see that they put a photo like they did with the Lynx aircraft, but still nice right there. The chartered by Lot Polish T154. The chartered by Balkan Bulgarian Airlines T154. The old colors Tu-154. This seems to be China Southwest Tu-154M. The old colors, and then the standard colors China Southwest Airlines Tu-154M. So that's about it for today's video. Really nice release set here. Lots of variety. I think they did a very nice job. It looks very nice. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helped me out. I'd like to close in here on 1,050. Before I would love to hit 1,050 before Christmas time. I think we can do sooner. So we'll see. Really push and try and hit that. I'm stopping YouTube Shorts for a while, as it's my channel is starting to turn into a YouTube Shorts mania, and it's run by YouTube Shorts. I don't really want that. I want to keep it people enjoy my main videos like how it was before I did YouTube Shorts, because ever since I started the YouTube Shorts, haven't been getting as many blow up videos as I really did. Haven't really had a video over 2,000 views. So I'm going back to the old way I did things, and we'll see how that works. I hope you guys enjoy, though. If you do, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helped me out. And I will see you all in the next one.